Welcome to Shom Machshava on the Daf Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Arbi Akosholm Le'avas Yitzchok. We're holding in Avoda Zara Daf Mem Tes. In the end of Amud Beis, we start a new perek, Rabbi Shmuel Loimer, and this perek starts by speaking about Avoda Zara, which is called Markulis. What is Markulis? They have a shape of a stone, and the avodah is to throw rocks, to throw stones on this Avoda Zara. Now the Gemara in Chulin, Daf Kuf Amud Gimel Udav says, someone who teaches a Talmud who is not proper, is not appropriate to learn, is as if he's throwing a rock to the Avoda Zara Markulis. What's the connection between the Avoda Zara Markulis and someone teaching a Talmud She'eino Hogun? So the Maharal explains it a little bit in the Siva Torah Perek Ches and also Chidushei Agodos there in Chulin. And what the Maharal seems to say is the following. Markulis is unique. It's a special Avoda Zara. Why? Because Avoda Zara she'ein bo mamish. What does it mean Avoda Zara she'ein bo mamish? Every Avoda Zara ein bo mamish. So seemingly what the Maharal is referring to is, we know that there's many powers in the Bria. There's many koyachos. And every koyach, people make a mistake to think that koyach, that power stands on its own. The classic one is the people that are worshipping the sun or the moon. The sun and the moon are great powers and sources of energy in the world. And they're controlling the day and the night. But it's a mistake to think that these powers stand on their own and they're not shlichim of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But it's still something that has substance, but not Avoda Zara substance. When you have a Avoda Zara called Markulis, the Maharal seems to say that there's no power at all. It's a piece of stone. It's an animate object. It's not something which has any powers. So the Maharal goes on and adds in his second pirush over there. He says that when you have a Markulis, you know what's special about Markulis? They throw rocks on the Markulis. What happens when you throw rocks in it? It remains there. Once it remains, people pass by and say, "What's going on over here? Why are we throwing rocks?" So the worshippers say, "This is Avoda Zara." So other people do the same. Markulis is unique. The people just do it because other people do it. There's no actual power that they can appreciate. There's no actual koyach they could say, "Oh, we're worshipping this koyach." It's a nothing batson. More than any other Avoda Zara that has a mokum to toes, there's a place where you can make a mistake. The Markulis has no mistake. The Markulis is an animate object. Worshipping that is a worship of something which doesn't have any koyach. So what the worship does is to make others worship as well. It's just causing a influence and a chain effect to bring others to worship it. So Maharal says that's a pshat. Talmud She'eino Hogun. Once you teach a Talmud that's not supposed to learn, so people think, "Oh, he learned Torah," so they learn from him. And other people see that, they learn as well from the Talmud. So it's a chain effect that people are going to come and study and receive Torah from this Talmud, whose Talmud She'eino Hogun doesn't really have anything. He's like the Markulis that it's only because of the chain effect, not because he really has anything to give. And this connects beautifully what we spoke about in Sanhedrin Daf Samech. We mentioned over there the difference between the Peor, the Avoda Zara called Peor, and Avoda Zara called Markulis. We'll send the link to this shir together with this shir, but just to mention the idea, the Peor is to make a person, a human being, so great that even his dirt is something which is special. But Markulis is to come and take and claim that you could see a lukus in every single item in the Bria, and even stones. You could look at a stone, and with that connect Chalila to something which is godly. And as we mentioned there in the shir, that the Arizal says, in Avoda Beis Hamikdash, we have different items that go on the Mizbeach, including plants. We have the Menachos, we have the Bikurim, we have the Nesachim. But inanimate items don't go on the Mizbeach. Because worshiping HaKadosh Baruch Hu is something which is a doimim, is not something we can do, that we can connect to a lukus. So, and we know Avoda Zara is always a copy of what's going on in the Beis Hamikdash. And if someone's doing an avodah with Markulis, with a stone, he's basically doing something which is clearly not a good Avoda Zara, meaning clearly something which has no koyach, no shayches. We don't even have that in any way, shape, or form, bringing that kapei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ayin Sham, when we spoke about it, that may be the source of Islam, which ain't kan mekoyim l'harich b'zeh. Anyone who wants to join the Shom Machshava email list to go, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.